Hey everyone, this is Connor Galloway, the Hope Squad sponsor for Rock Hill High School. As we begin the new school year, I wanted to share a few words for anyone who may be struggling and for those who are not. I think at some point in our lives, we all experience two types of days. Type 1, a day that we just wish could end. Type 2, a day that we wish could last forever. I've lived through so many Type 1 days where nothing seems to go right. Days where I've lost loved ones, days where the workload feels unbearable, days that I just wish would end. I've also lived through so many Type 2 days where it all seems to go right. Days where I've spent time with loved ones, days immersed in a new hobby, days that I wish could last forever. Life is not always easy though, and the contrast of these days is stronger perhaps nowhere else than when you're a high school student. Sometimes you can experience so many Type 1 days in a row that it becomes a Type 1 week, month, or even a Type 1 year. And when this happens, it can be really hard to remember the Type 2 days exist. You've lived them before, and you will live them again. Life is made up of moments. These moments carry emotions, and these emotions are like waves. You're going to live the waves as they come, and you're going to live the waves as they pass, and their ceaseless cycle of happiness and sadness, of excitement and disappointment, of this emotion and that emotion, and this ceaseless cycle is not a bad thing. It does mean that the joy you feel on Type 2 days will end, and that can be tough. It also means the pain that you feel on Type 1 days will end, and this brings hope. Reflect on the past and find hope in knowing that you made it through Type 1 days in the lowest of lows. Dream about the future filled with Type 2 days where your goals are accomplished and you're flying high. But life is happening right now. No moment lasts forever, no matter what emotion it carries with it. We know that it will pass, just like a wave. This school year, I want to encourage you to slow down and recognize the wave that you are in right now. Because in this wave, there is beauty, there is love, there is peace, there is hope. It's okay to not be okay. At some point in our lives, we all struggle. This school year, I want to encourage you to be intentional with the small Type 2 moments that help us feel a little bit more okay. Make time to laugh with friends or watch a new show or try a new food. And on those Type 1 days when it all seems a little bit harder, it'll be okay to curl up in bed or cry in your car. And it's okay to reach out to a friend and be honest about how you're feeling. No matter what your situation is and no matter what your emotions are, you never have to go through it alone. We've made it this far. It's going to be a good year. Keep going.
Something that I think is really important to keep in mind while you're in school is that some days you are going to have a bad day, but you just got to let that happen and understand what you're feeling. Don't try to change it or judge it.
All right, my biggest takeaway from Hope Squad and Rock Hill in high school is don't bottle up your emotions. Find someone to talk to if you're ever feeling down about a situation. Don't dwell on the past because you won't be able to know what's going on in the present.
My one advice is just for you guys to know that it's okay to ask for help and reach out if you really need it, especially if you're in a lot of extracurriculars and like a lot of hard classes. It might be hard to juggle and balance everything correctly. So just know that if you really do need help, it's okay to ask other people that you trust for help.
My one advice would be everyone wakes up in the morning with a choice on whether it can be a good day or a bad day. Sure, there's going to be bad things that happen in a day, but it's your choice whether you're going to focus on those negative things or the positive things in your day.
You need to appreciate like every moment you have, especially in like your underclassmen years, because like time goes by super fast, and like it's just like you'll like remember those moments and like be happy about it, and I think you just need to like appreciate everything that happens.